remember and which I have tried to follow throughout my life. Guru Maharaj said, during the ensuing vacation when you will be out of school, you will not be wearing the uniform. So how will the people of outside recognize you as not a good student? I give you an example. Guru Maharaj saying, I am just proving. Supposing you are traveling in a public transport, a bus or tram in Calcutta. You have got a seat, you are sitting by the window, and a friend of yours who is not from Anandapur, who is sitting on the other seat. That means where the aisle is there in between two rows of seats. Now suppose a very elderly man or elderly woman comes and stands because he or she has not got a seat. Now that friend of yours who is not from Anandapur does not leave his seat or welcome that lady or the gentleman to take the seat. But you, coming out from the window side, say offer your seat to that, say, old man or lady. Then they will understand that you are from Anandapur and other friend of yours is from. This I have followed throughout my life. Whenever I say went somewhere in a public transport, and whenever I found an elderly lady, when I was young, when I had flowing hairs on my head instead of the bald head which I now sport, I used to do that. Even today, if ever, of course I travel very less in public transport these days. If ever I say take the public transport, I follow the advice. The second story connected to Guru Maharaj is this. Long after our passing out, in an alumni get together, before Guru Maharaj left his mortal body, he came. He was indisposed, but he loved Narendra so much that he came to address the alumni. There he said, I find that lots of alumni with their wives and children have come. And it gives me great joy to know that they are all very successful in life. They are all doctors, engineers, or coming from other professions. They are earning a lot. They are having a flat. Many of them, if not all, are having a car. They go for foreign travel. Their say sons and daughters are being educated well in good institutions of Calcutta and surroundings. But I have a question. What I want to say. When you return something to your country, when you do something for the common man, if you are an Anandapur student, then you should not only live for yourself. I would not call you a student of Anandapur if you don't do something for others. So please remind this after going back home, that if you proudly want to claim that you are an ex-Anandapur student, do it for them. Do something for them. It is only a reverberation of what Swami Vivekananda said. পরহিত ব্রতই জীবন, পরহিত ব্রতের অভাবই এটা শান্তি। এটাকে ইংরেজিতে বললে হয় হচ্ছে যে they only live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. This was Swami Vivekananda's speech. They only live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. You are most fortunate to have been admitted to this institution, studying engineering. I am sure all of you will stand on your own feet. I am sure all of you will lead a very happy life. I pray to God so that you have a long and happy life. But don't only live for yourself and your nuclear family. Live for the outer world. Whatever you can do for others. I am not saying that you have to sell your house to give money to the poor. You live happily. You live luxuriously. But even then you will find that there are some extra money which you can spend for others. Don't flinch from spending that. That is what I mean by my education in London. And I scrupulously follow that till this age of 64. Ramakrishna Math and Mission was established on 1st May in 1897 by Swami Vivekananda. Just 5 years prior to his leaving this world or transmigrating to some other his mortal body back behind. With this last on 4th October 1902. Incidentally, 4th October is the Independence Day of America. Anyway, just imagine is a center or a established by a person and his 10-12 associates. In 1897, in 2025, has got 293 branches and centers across the world. In how many years? 1897 means 3 plus 125, 120 years, 128 years. In 128 years, Ramakrishna Math and Mission has got 293 centers across the world, of which 224 are in our country and 69 in 24 other countries. 24 other countries. In America alone, there are more than 10 Vedanta centers established by Ramakrishna Math. Now I want to apprise you about one small theme distinction between Math and Mission. You see, Swami Vivekananda himself wrote the motto of Ramakrishna Mission and drew the logo of Ramakrishna Mission. The motto of Ramakrishna Mission is Atmanam Mokshartham Jagat Hitayam, or one, Atmanam, salvation of oneself and one's self both. Right? Salvation, that is moksha. And Jagat Hitayam, that means to do good to the world. That's why you will find all the centers of Ramakrishna Mission which carries the appendage mission. For example, Narendra Ramakrishna Mission that employs itself in many social work. Blind Boys Academy, for example. If you ever visit Blind Boys Academy, you will be amazed to see that what great work is being done by Ramakrishna. Anyway, Math means it is the place of worship by the monks in the Ramakrishna Mission. And don't think that getting entry to Ramakrishna Mission as a monk is a mean job, is an easy task. No. Just the contrary. It is through a rigorous selection process that a person, a civilian, is ultimately made a monk by the highest authority of Ramakrishna Mission. And then, after becoming a monk, a person has to do his own cremation. পূর্ব জীবনটা ছেড়ে নতুন জীবনে যেহেতু সন্ন্যাসী হয়ে জয়েন করছি আমি, তাই আমি পূর্ব জীবনের সব কিছু পুড়িয়ে দিচ্ছি, অর্থাৎ নিজেই নিজের ক্রিমেশন করছি। আমার আগের নাম, আমার পরিবার, আমার বন্ধুবর্গ, আমার ফ্যামিলি, আমি যতজনকে চিনি, আমি নিজেকে আহুতি দিচ্ছি, দিয়ে সম্পূর্ণভাবে রামকৃষ্ণ মঠে এবং মিশনে আমাকে তৈরি করছে। এটা হচ্ছে মোটো বা এটা হচ্ছে শিক্ষা রামকৃষ্ণ মিশন। এবং তারপরে যে ট্রেনিং পিরিয়ড দ্যাট দ্য নিউলি ইন্ডাক্টেড মঙ্কস গো থ্রু is so strenuous, you cannot imagine. I am giving you one or two examples. Something I have been newly inducted as a monk. I will be asked by the senior monks that you wash the utensils of the kitchen of Belur, where all the monks take their meal in both the halves, and many others. So your job will only be to wash the utensils. Day after day you are washing, say, hundreds of utensils. Nobody is even looking at you what you are doing. Nobody is expressing a single word of praise for what you are doing. Because that is the way. Whether without anything any word of education you can sustain for so long in a stranger's job. So I pay respectful homage to such an exemplary monk as Swami Vedantananda Ji, for whose presence we are really honored. And this institution from today onward, I feel, is purified by the honorable presence of Swami Vedantananda. Now he will speak, and I do not want to stand between his speech and you anymore. I will just speak a few more words. He will speak on value education. Right? Now you all know the good words, honesty, integrity, etc. Now if I ask you what is the difference between honesty and integrity? Again it was told by one Maharaj in Narendra, which I am telling you in a nutshell. Supposing in a school baranda, a boy or girl finds a wallet, money bag, right? Now he takes that money bag in his pocket and goes to his class, and then already the teacher, who somehow say lost his money bag, has sent the word to the headmaster, and the headmaster has given the instruction to all the teachers of all the classes that please ask the students if anyone has got a money bag. Right? So that boy, in which class he was in, that teacher of that class also asked, has anybody got a money bag on the veranda? So that boy raises his hand and says, sir, I have got a money bag. This is an example of honesty. But not integrity. Integrity is something intelligent. Had that boy or girl, after having picked up the wallet, gone to the office of the school or the headmaster's or headmistress's chamber and said that, sir or madam, I got this wallet on the ground. It is not mine. Please say, try to give it back to the owner of this wallet. That is integrity. So there is a thin line of difference between honesty and integrity. There is a saying in English that if a leader has integrity, nothing else matters. Even if you are not a good general, but you are a man of integrity, nothing else matters. Then the second sentence is that even more interesting. If a leader doesn't have integrity, nothing else matters. You may be a Napoleon, an Alexander, but if you don't have integrity, nobody will really respect. Nobody will really respect. So integrity is the value that you should always try to acquire. Simply spoken, integrity means what you are doing when nobody is seeing you. When nobody is seeing you, then what you are doing is good. Right? But I am, spilling over my time. So I feel that it's time to hand over the mic to our Indian Maharaj, Swami Vedantananda Ji, to deliver